Good morning, guys. It's Hector, and today we'll be doing our morning exercise a little differently because I've noticed that some people aren't able to do the exercise that we put up. So today I'm gonna be doing the exercises from the chair, so you guys can see that you also can join in, even if you're sitting like on the corner of your bed, or just at your desk at home, or just on a chair. That way we can all participate, and it'll be an alternative to doing it the way they do it. But if you can't do it the way that the video is showing it, then go ahead and do it. And also, if anyone can try our chat, it should be coming up on this side. So someone type in something, and hopefully it pops up. Unless I set it up wrong, but I'm still learning. So, um, are you on it, Pete?
Yeah.
Can you type in something, but not from our account? Or like if you're like on it on your phone or something, can you just try it out?
Talking to me?
Yeah, yeah. Talking to you.
Oh.
Um.
Oh, I thought you meant the go-to meeting.
Oh. Also, we're doing the go-to meeting. So if you have the number that Melvin that we sent in the packet on steps on how to join our go-to meeting, Porfirio is on it right now. So you guys can join in and start talking to us if you want. But so got my chair, and I'm gonna doing exercises from my chair. If you can do it while standing up, that's perfect. But I'm gonna show you an alternative way of how to do it um, from the comfort of your chair. If you can't move around or don't have that good of flexibility, here we go.
What's up, everyone? This workout is gonna strengthen your quads and your calves. Let's get pumping. Tight arm
So
circles, guys.
arm circles.
This is a shoulder exercise. Stretch those shoulders.
All right, we're gonna do heel taps. Here we go.
And since I'm sitting on the chair, it'll mostly just be like this,
Opposite arm,
trying to touch your
opposite
toes.
leg. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Opposite arm to opposite leg. Stretch it out.
Frog squat.
It'll be the same thing, but you'll be going down.
Squat down like you're sitting in a chair. Palms to the floor. Palms to the floor.
All right, skaters.
These are a little difficult to do in the chair, so it's mostly just like stretching a little bit.
And Travolta.
Same thing, but moving your arms upwards.
Back to the heel taps.
Opposite arm, opposite leg. Stretch it out. Stretch it out.
Frog squats.
Back to moving your hands forward.
Palm to the floor. Palm to the floor. Sit down like you're in a chair. Stretch it out.
And back to skaters.
I'm gonna pause right here to let you guys get some water for those that are doing it standing up, and just take a breather. But the second half of this, I will be doing it standing up. So I'll be joining you, those that are doing it standing up. But if you can't do it while standing up, you can still do it from the chair. The same exact, it'll be the same exact thing. Just repeat it. Give me 1 second, so the people that are doing this can go get some water, and I'll be back in 15 seconds. All right, so I got a call that we have our audio a little bit low, so hopefully turning it up a little bit more. You guys will be able to hear.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, here, let me just send it to you right now.
So if there's any more difficulties, technical difficulties, do call us in. We'll try to get that sorted out. And thank you for calling.
Move, move, move. You're rocking this. Stop, stop, stop. Come on.
Travolta's.
Hey, come on. Here we go.
All right, we're going back to those heel taps. Let's go.
Opposite hand, opposite leg. Get low. Down, up, down, up. Get low. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Stretch it out.
Frog squat.
Palms to the floor. Sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Palms to the floor.
All right, guys, we're gonna get some tight arm circles again.
Stretch out the shoulders. This is a shoulder exercise. Stretch it out.
Hey, everybody, come
All right,
on,
we're
let's
gonna
do it.
Jump with it. Just a little jump.
Little jump. Working out your legs and your shoulders right now.
We're getting ready to get back into those heel taps.
Come on. You got this.
Let's go.
Opposite hand, opposite leg. Get down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Come on.
And frog squats. Here we go.
Palms to the floor. Sit low, like you're in a chair.
Did you guys hear my knees pop?
Stretch it out.
I'm old.
Stretch your quad here. Yes.
Come on, Corey, I see you.
Nice work. Let's take a moment to cool down. Breathe in and out. Again, breathe in and out. Nice. Have an awesome day. Fresh start, out.
All right, you guys, you deserve a little break. Drink some water. We'll be right back in a couple of seconds.
Ready? All right,
Well-
guys, we're back.
Okay. Welcome back, folks. That was a good workout. My legs are burning. How are you guys feeling? All right.
All right, so the next section of the video is going to be about social skills. So,
Hygiene.
wait, hygiene.
Hygiene. Yeah.
Good brain, Pete. Good brain. Next section is about hygiene, and then social skills.
EMP.org.
Human Relations Media presents Brush Up on Hygiene.
They can be found in and on dogs
In a cartoon, a dog pants.
and people too.
A girl drinks from a water fountain.
Germs are found in the foods we eat.
A boy bites into an apple. Dr. Tidy tries to hold his breath.
And even in the air we breathe. So let's learn more about germs by looking at the germs on this kid's hand, shall we?
A boy looks at his hands.
Bacteria are tiny, one-cell
A
organisms.
bacteria splits into three.
They manage to find nutrients. That is the stuff they need to live, wherever they are. On a dog's fur or inside the human body.
A kid opens his mouth wide.
Most of the time, we can handle germs with no problems at all. But sometimes they can make us sick with sore throats, ear infections, pneumonia, and even cavities.
A sick girl coughs.
But not all germs are harmful. Some germs are good for our bodies. They help keep things in balance. Helpful bacteria live in our intestines and help us use the nutrients in the food we eat and make waste from what's left over. We couldn't make the most of a healthy meal without these important helper germs.
A germ wearing a hard hat splits food into waste and nutrients.
So you see, some germs are good, but some are really harmful and can make you really, really sick.
A title, Germs and Illness. A word appears. CONTAGIOUS. Contagious.
There are certain illnesses that you can catch from other people. Now, contagious illnesses can be passed on from one person to another through germs.
At school, a boy typing at a computer sneezes.
How do germs get from one place to another? Well, there are several ways.
Someone flushes a toilet.
Many germs can be easily transmitted by the skin, inhaling, or touching your eyes or your mouth. This is called a droplet spread.
A boy rubs his teeth.
Think of what happens when you are standing next to your best friend and she sneezes. The germs are released into the air, which you breathe in. Now, the germs are inside you.
A kid scratches his head. Another rubs his nose.
When Nina blew her nose at the cafeteria table, she became a droplet spreader. Some germs escaped and got into Sandy's soup.
Sandy eats germs with her soup.
Besides vegetables, she's eating germs too.
Germs dance and play in her mouth.
Another way that germs get around is through contact spread, which means, as the name implies, through contact or touching. Let's see how that works. Roll the film, please.
A boy stands in the bathroom.
This is Jack. Jack just used the toilet and didn't wash his hands. When Jack sees his friend walking down the hall, he gives him a high five. That's contact, and germs are spread. Get it? Contact, spread.
His friend drinks.
So I'm gonna pause it right there. Did you see that? He went to the bathroom and didn't wash his hands. So everything he touched in the restroom, now if he touches someone else, that person has the exact same thing on their hands now.
That is disgusting.
Yeah. So wash your hands as often as you can. Don't go to the bathroom and just walk back out. Wash your hands. Take the 15 seconds to wash your hands so other people don't get sick.
Drinks water.
Now, Mike goes to the water fountain to get a drink. He wipes his...
The Described and Captioned Media program provides services designed to benefit students who are blind, visually impaired, deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf.
But the next segment is about social skills.
Compromising. It's important.
People don't always want to do the same thing. A great way to solve this problem is to compromise. Compromising means taking one part from everyone's idea and putting them together to make both people happy. One person doesn't get everything they wanted, but each person gets a little. This is a great way to solve problems when people have different ideas. Let's watch Kate learn to compromise.
I'm so excited to hang out this weekend. What should we do?
I was thinking we could get Chinese food and go bowling.
I don't really eat Chinese food and I'm not very good at bowling. What if we get burgers and go to the mall?
I really want to go bowling, so can we just do that? And they have the best Chinese food there.
I guess so.
Great.
See, well, that wasn't compromising. That was one person getting what they want, not two people getting a little bit of small, meeting halfway. So that's not what compromising is. So we can tell that one of them is upset and the other one is happy.
Kate is only thinking about what she wants. She won't accept any of Sarah's ideas. Let's see how that made Sarah feel.
Oh, you can see
I wanted to find something we both like to do, but Kate was only thinking about what she likes. I was looking forward to hanging out, but now I don't think I'll have a good time.
Kate wanted to eat Chinese food and go bowling. Sarah wanted to get burgers and go to the mall. When Sarah suggested new ideas, Kate didn't want to change the plans. That made Sarah upset, and she doesn't want to hang out with Kate. Now nobody gets anything they wanted. If they want to find something they both like to do, they will need to compromise and each give up something. That way, they can both be happy. Let's see what compromising looks like.
I'm so excited to hang out this weekend. What should we do?
I was thinking we could get Chinese food and go bowling.
I don't really eat Chinese food and I'm not very good at bowling. What if we get burgers and go to the mall?
Sarah has some different ideas. Maybe I can join some of our ideas so we're both happy. It's not fair if I get everything I wanted and she gets nothing. Oh, okay. Where do you want to eat?
Want to go to Shake Shack? They have great burgers.
Sure.
What should we do? I'll try bowling.
Only if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
See, now they're both happy. One wanted burgers, but she's bad at bowling, and one wanted Chinese food and go do bowling. So they compromised. Now they're eating burgers and bowling.
And that's how you build strong friendships, compromising sometimes, you know. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
That time, they worked together and compromised. Kate gave up Chinese food, and Sarah gave up going to the mall. They didn't get everything they wanted, but they both got something and ended up happy. Now their plan has something they both like. That's how you compromise.
That's what compromising is. Giving up a little bit of something.
And I promise you guys,
treasures and successes await you. You think they are within your grasp, just up is your...
I promise. Once this quarantine is over and you're back in the program, we're all going bowling and having hamburgers. Melvin is paying, all right? Just remember this, okay? All right.
Unless you want burgers.
Or unless you want Chinese food. We'll compromise. We'll compromise for everybody.
Chinese food.
All right? We'll put it up to a vote.
Yep. Compromising.
First weapon on the quest.
This segment is about employment training, so it'll give you a little bit of understanding of what it takes to get a job, or the beginning levels to the ending level.
For successful employment. With CV workshops and personalized sessions, you'll be able to develop and revise an effective CV under expert training. Now that you've created a professional CV, you can progress to the next stage. Oh, look at that. You're practicing the skills you need for success and getting better.
CV writing is doing a resume. So level 1 would be writing a resume to showing everyone what your skills are, or anyone that wants to look at your the beginning of your employment.
Better, but there's a long way to go. Talking to people in your target industry is a great way to learn about career paths and increase your commercial awareness. The only problem is you have to talk to them first. You might feel like you are confident enough, but you have to know what to say and what not to say to make the most of your networking opportunities. Even if you don't succeed the first time, skills like networking will improve over time. All it requires is learning and putting what you've learned into practice. Research and thorough preparation are key to your success. So, when you go to a job interview, it may seem daunting at first. But with the right preparation and some practice in structuring your responses in the most effective way, the interview becomes your opportunity to make a great impression. The ability to stand up and present confidently is a skill for life, one you can use at assessment centers and subsequent roles to make your mark. With key techniques on body language, pace, and delivery, you can become a confident public speaker. If you can communicate clearly and hold the attention of your audience, you can present on nearly anything. Many employers will put you through an assessment center, a day of rigorous exercises to determine your suitability for the role. In a variety of different exercises, you can put into practice everything you've learned so far and rise above the competition to find success in your career. Congratulations! After all this training, you're ready to enter the job market. Go forth and begin your quest for employment.
I know it seems like a lot of information is kind of scary, but you know what? We were doing that here in the program. We had a lot of volunteer sites, and we put you guys in different groups. For example, like Top Cell, the animal shelter, the library, and we move people around because sometimes maybe one place is a little too hard for you, and we're kind of assessing your skills at that time. So later on in the future, you're kind of more confident and you know what you want to work at.
Yeah, and when everything goes back to normal, we'll be doing more of that. Hopefully things are back to normal enough where we can go to volunteer sites again.
I know you guys want to work. I know some of you guys really want to work and get your own paycheck. So we're going to be working on that once everything goes back to normal.
Yes. This next segment is about science, mostly space of what is a star. So if you look up at night, you see all those little bright lights up in the sky. This video would explain to you what a star is.
It could be a satellite.
Or a satellite,
Yeah.
like we learned yesterday
Like
about
yesterday's
satellites.
video, you know?
So if it moves around, it's a satellite. If it stays in one spot, it's a star.
If it moves around and it's coming straight at us, we might be in danger. But that's for another time.
If you're like us here at the fort, you probably enjoy stargazing. The night sky is full of cool things to look at, and I bet a lot of you have been looking up there and wondering about the same things that we do. We've gotten some really interesting questions from kids like you about what you see up there. 8-year-old Alice from New Zealand has been doing some sky watching, and she recently emailed to ask us, what are stars and how do they work? Let me just say, that's a stellar question. If you look up at the night sky, all the stars that you see might look pretty similar. But don't let your eyes fool you. All of those stars have some important things in common, but they're also all different. They can be different colors like white, yellow, red, and blue. They can also be different sizes, from about the size of a planet to something many, many times bigger than the sun. But before we meet some of these extreme stars, let's figure something out first. What exactly is a star? Stars are just really huge balls of hot gas in space. And deep in their centers, all stars are constantly generating an enormous amount of energy. This energy eventually travels out from the center of the star, where it's given off as heat and light. That's what gives stars their glow. So, keeping in mind that all stars are giant balls of gas that come in all kinds of sizes and colors, want to meet some for yourself? Let's start with the most important star, at least for us here on Earth. The sun. That's right, the sun is a star, and it's a specific kind of star called a yellow dwarf. While we think of our sun as being super huge and incredibly hot, which it definitely is compared to Earth, it's actually pretty average compared to other stars, meaning it's right in the middle between the biggest and the smallest and the hottest and the coolest stars. So there are some stars that are much bigger than the sun and way hotter. If you want to find one, just look for the constellation known as Orion. It's one of the easiest constellations to spot. If you look down to the right, to the star where Orion's knee is supposed to be, you'll find Rigel. Rigel is a good example of a kind of star called a blue supergiant. As you can guess from its name, it's blue instead of yellow, and it's enormous. Rigel is more than twice as hot as the sun, and is also more than 70 times bigger. If you could put the sun next to Rigel, our big old sun would look like a tiny speck. And in addition to all of the huge hot stars in the sky, there are plenty of smaller, cooler ones too. The smallest and coolest stars in space tend to glow with a dim red color, and the sun is more than twice as hot as most of them. A good example of this kind of star is right next door, at least in terms of space. Proxima Centauri is the nearest star to our sun, and it's a kind called a red dwarf. It's in the constellation Centaurus in the southern sky, but even though it's closer to the sun than any other star, it's so small that you can't even see it from Earth without a telescope. How small is it? Well, you could fit 7 Proxima Centauris inside the sun from end to end. So while you're stargazing on the next clear night, keep in mind that the stars might look pretty much the same, but now you know they come in different colors and sizes, a lot like we do. Thanks to Alice for asking such a great question, and thanks to you for taking this trip with us to the stars. And remember, if you have a question about anything you'd like to learn more about, just let us know by getting help from a parent and leaving a comment below, or emailing us at kids@thescishow.com. And we'll see you next time.
So that's basically what a star is. A star is similar to it's exactly what our sun is.
A hot ball of gas.
Yeah, but very far away, and we'll never get there.
Some are hotter than others, some are cooler.
Some are bigger, some are smaller.
My favorite star is Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Like the movie?
Yeah, Beetlegeist.
Yeah, Beetlejuice. Have you seen the movie?
Don't say it 3 times.
Yeah, don't say it 3 times, and then he'll pop up. The next segment is about why is the sky blue? So, if you ever wondered and you looked up at the sky during a bright day like today, and you see the sky is blue, and you wonder, why is it blue? This next video will explain that, and it's pretty surprising, but it'll help because you just learned what a star is. So, let's get onto it.
There's just so much to see. There are birds and airplanes and maybe even clouds, all way up in the pretty blue sky. But why is the sky blue? Why not green or red or any other color? It all starts with light from our big, bright sun. Now, it may not look like it, but the light from the sun is made of all the colors of the rainbow. And you might already know that it takes many colors to make up a rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. All of the colors of the rainbow are in sunlight all of the time. It's just that they're all mixed together, so we usually don't see them. It's kind of like when you're painting and you mix together all the colors. With paint, mixing all the colors makes brown. But when you mix together all the colors of light, you get white light. And you can actually see the different colors in light sometimes. One way to do it is by using a tool called a prism, which is usually just a specially shaped piece of glass or plastic. But you can even make a prism out of a glass of water. Prisms bend light in a special way so that we can see all of the colors that make up light. Say that I shine a bright flashlight into a prism. The rays of light move in a straight line away from the flashlight. When the light hits the prism, it separates into lots of different colors, and we have a rainbow. So the light is white when it moves in a straight line until it hits the prism. Then it bends, and we see all the colors. That's a little like what happens to the light from the sun. Rays of light leave the sun in a straight line too, as they move through space. They stay in a straight line until they reach the layer of air that surrounds the Earth. Now, the air around the Earth is made of tiny little particles or pieces that we can't see, but they're there. If you try moving your hand back and forth really quickly through the air, you'll feel the air moving past your hand. What you're really feeling is all those little particles. When the rays of light hit these tiny particles of air, they don't just bend like they did when they hit the prism. The light rays scatter, meaning that they go off in lots of directions and bounce around. And here's the cool thing. Some of the colors scatter more than others. What color do you think scatters more? Right you are, Squeaks. Blue. Blue is one of the colors of light that scatters the most. So as light from the sun moves into the air that's way high up, the blue-colored light bounces all over the place in the sky. So the next time you're outside, don't forget to look up. And remember all that has to happen to make the sky blue. Thanks for joining us on SciShow Kids. If you have a question about light or color or anything at all, you can leave a comment down below.
So that's why the sky is blue, because the sunlight comes and hits our atmosphere, and only the blue light is the wavelength that travels the longest. So that's why the sky is blue.
Yeah. Pretty informative. Learned something new today.
That's why the ocean is also blue, because it travels through the water. So in blue is the biggest wavelength in light that we can see. That's only us, though. Only humans see the sky blue. Dogs see it a different color, and other animals see our world in different colors, because only our eyes can see in that range of colors.
Yep. Well, that's it. That's all for the videos for today. We'll be back tomorrow. If you have any questions, talk to your coaches. I'm sure they either if they called you or they're gonna call you. And yeah, if you want to do a group chat, make sure you let your coach know that you want to be part of the group chat, and then they will give you the information for how to join. And yeah, any questions, you could always call the office, but talk to your coaches first. And if they can't answer the question, give the office a call.
Yeah, we'll answer them. But thank you for joining us.
Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
And
look up at the sky at night, not at the sun.
And keep asking questions.
Yeah, keep asking questions.
And if you have any suggestions for videos, let us know, and we'll have a video. And
if you want to learn about something, we can set that up. We can put the videos up. We'll talk about them and answer questions. And I lost this stream.
No. Huh. All right. Well, see you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you.